Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sport on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for joining in on today's edition of the program. Yes, today it's exciting news going on within the sport industry as we speak, and there's just a whole lot going on, obviously starting from the home front where the chairman or DG of the Sports Commission here in Nigeria, in Abuja, have said that they wouldn't pay attention to international competitions if the grassroots levels are not being developed. He said this to all, sports commissions, sports activities, different sports agencies. I would say maybe talking about basketball, boxing, or sporting activities. He said if they don't develop stuffs for the grassroots, nothing will be done when international competitions come up. So let me bring you up to speed with what he said. Though today I'm not alone, I have a birthday boy with me in the studio who would help us analyze most of the talking points on today's edition of the program. I have with me Olarewaju Jesse. Happy birthday, happy new year, happy everything. How are you, sir?
Thank you. It's good to be here again.
Yes, happy new year to you. So now let's get right into it. The chairman of the Nigerian Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, has put various sports federations in the country on their toes, warning them that the commission will not show interest in their international competition if they fail to come up with grassroots development programs in their respective sports. Diko, while discussing the Commission's Renewed Hope initiative for Nigerian sports economy during an interview, he says that the move was necessary to strive the Federation's plan and calendar. He also announced that they have until the end of January to comply with the Commission's directives. According to Diko, it is a plan to transform the nation's sports industry through reset, refocus, and relaunch initiative which seeks to reset Nigerian sports ecosystem from a competition drive to a developmental drive and a value-added industry. Looking at all of this now, there have been lots of back and forth going on within the grassroots of Nigerian sports, and a whole lot of competitions are not being organized for those in the grassroots level. But when it's almost time for international competitions, then we tend to see a whole lot of fire brigade approach, which have impacted negatively in sports generally here in Nigeria. So, Jesse, what do you think, looking at what the director just said now, do you think he's on the right path to revamping the Nigerian Sports Federation?
He's on the right path, on the very right path, because development on a grassroots basis is very essential to any economy, any place you want to grow. Development, and it starts when you're very young.
Okay.
If you look at other countries, others European countries, look at China, England, France, Spain, from 10 years old, they know their talent, they know the prospects. Like this person, this child,
the next 10, 20 years, yes,
because that's grooming. They groom them from small. So we need that in Nigeria, in our nursery schools, primary schools, in our secondary schools, join it with extracurriculum activities with schools. So we need this sport. It's not when you are now 18 or 20
you start hustling.
You want to learn this. You learn it when you're young. So we need that in the country.
Do you think we should include sports into, we do have, during our days, I don't know what they have now in schools, we have physical education, PE. Yes, so we don't do all of the schools. So I don't know do you think like sports, like football, should be a subject to be treated, basketball, boxing, in our curriculum to help with this current initiative?
Yes, it's very essential. If you look at the countries I told you, that's how they build their a little bit of academics and a little bit of sports. You balance it because at the end of it, you don't fall back to sports after the academic. So like when we were growing up, we have this shake up. We used to play secondary school
football. Yes,
we had this Kenny Massinet Cup. I played those tournaments.
Yes.
It's exciting. It's not all schools that give rooms for that. So we need it in our curriculum. We need it in every curriculum in Nigeria. At least there should be time for it.
Yes.
Not after school you go for
maybe lesson.
You don't go for another lesson.
Yes.
At least we need to balance these things up because football is a business too right now. Sports is actually a very big business. We need that if we want to take sports serious in this country. catch them young from a very tender age. Help us grow.
Talking about catching them young and starting from a very tender age, Nigerian junior female yellow and green, that's under 19 cricket World Cup, won the World Cup storm. The Nigerian female under 19 cricket team, the junior female yellow green team, became the toast of the country early hours of yesterday morning after upsetting testing playing nations New Zealand by 2 runs to secure a historic win in their first game at the 2025 ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup in Malaysia. In a football-mad country like Nigeria, it could be very difficult for other sports to gain attention, but when a sport like cricket, which is relatively unknown among the over 200 million population, wakes the country up on a Monday morning with the means, this could be more potentially behind the victory that begins celebrating. Despite another rain delay in Brunei cricket ground in Stockwork, Malaysia, there was no denying Nigerians buzzing stars a chance to shine as the game was reduced to 13 overs and the girls snatched the win in the stunning fashion. Congratulations to the under-19 ladies for winning the first. This is the first time. You know, the first time All African Games earlier last year in Ghana, this was the first time Nigerian yellow and greens, that's the cricket team, you know, went for all the African Games, and then they came out with third position bronze medal, now representing the world, going for the first time and, you know, winning the trophy. This is so much, and this boils down to the same thing Shehu Diko is saying. Credit to them, start up young, like we rightly mentioned. I think he's probably watching, and then we hope he, you know, he buys your initiative of also imputing all of these sporting activities into schools and all of that. I can remember back in the day growing up, if you made the mention of going to play football, when you play football and come back, but now it's revolving. it's revolving, and we're hoping to tend to see more of this, and then parents as well are beginning to encourage children, to do that, and then get project to Pape, like you mentioned. So at least all of these things happening now in the sporting activities is actually a way to help, you know, I think reduce the load on the government even, because now you know we have currently our unemployment rate is at 4%. That is what MBS is saying, which is very high. Youths are on the street, there are no jobs. But if we create an avenue, okay, in schools you have a curriculum, you study, and then when you do well in your grades, then you can be able to participate. So all of these things that I could remember, like you rightly mentioned about some competitions that you play. During my days in school, I could remember playing a few basketball competitions, you know. At Hope, yes, and or even some, I don't want to mention the brand, like some brand competition, and then my school too, we had interstate competition. So all of these things now is what, you know, helps the grassroots. So moving away from that now, what can you say the yellow and green, how do you think they can continue so as they can maintain this momentum of this winning streak?
It's just to keep them together and nurture them. I watched the highlights of the game. I was like, surprised. Like, wow.
Despite the bad weather.
Cricket is not.
It's not something that is well known. It's not a Nigerian thing.
People know the stuff in sports. So I was surprised. I was nice. So it should encourage them more. I feel we need more encouragement, more people to know about the game, to know about sports. Some people don't know about the sports.
Cricket, aside football.
It's just football. So they should know about it, because it's not everybody that's going to be a very good football player. Not everyone. So there are other sports you don't know. You don't know where your passion is and where you can develop better. So you should encourage these children, the young ones, and everybody to play sports, not only cricket, not only football in general. So it will help us grow.
And you know, helping us grow is the key, like not just helping the individual grow, because automatically when these individuals get to grow, we will get to see a certain level of growth too in the Nigerian economy. Basically GDP and all is also going to grow, and there's also going to help open more rooms for investors coming into the country and pushing to see how they can, you know, do one or two things with the sporting NFF and the sporting commission to get a whole lot of things done. Okay, let's talk a bit about NFF. Let's talk a bit, well, just a bit about NFF. You know, are you happy with the current coach, the new coach that they brought for us?
Well, there's a lot of controversy.
Okay.
appointment of
Eric Chal, yeah.
So, well, me, I feel we have coaches in Nigeria. And I feel if we want to go for a foreign coach, we need to go for the best.
Get me somebody like what's his name again? Get me Mourinho. You want to get a coach. You want to get a foreign coach. You're getting me someone that coached Mali.
I feel this is South African coach.
Yeah.
Pisto or something like his name. That guy is a very good coach. He's one of the best coach in Africa.
In Africa.
I feel we are, as a giant of Africa, we are big enough
to be able to land somebody like that.
But I wish Eric Chal all the best, because we don't know. We need to just see him play. We need to see him because we have a lot of talent in Nigeria. Yeah. So I want to see him harmonize this talent together and bring out the best in them. That's all. Because now we don't want to criticize him from afar because the Malian job last time is a different job. And I believe we have a lot of talent.
Yes.
The Mali team, we have good footballers in our squad right now. Best strikers in Europe, assisting, scoring, all our players, defenders, exceptionally well. They're playing well in their clubs and all. So if I believe he just needs to get his team, get his formation, and we move.
Well, I like the fact that they didn't give him number 1 jersey, they gave him number 12 jersey. So that, on the other note, I'm happy because I'm not like certain of what he can do. Though looking at when he was in Mali, I wasn't really impressed with what
actually compare Mali team
with Super Eagles. That's a fact. So, yeah, we can't take that away.
I feel this is an upgrade for him. So you need to prove that this is an upgrade,
and then you need to
live up to the standard.
Because there's a standard already.
In Nigeria, we demand more.
We demand more. Boss, don't come and do anyhow. Nigerians are not for the only thing that makes Nigerians happy is actually sports, because the economy is not looking well. So when Nigeria gets to win, there is this excitement in the air. So please, Mr. Eric, do what you can, because you have the quality. So let's move away from NFF and move away from Mr. Eric, and then we wish you all the best. All of us here from TalkSport, we are hoping to have you on this program one of these days, so we could know your plans and prospect for the Super Eagles and World Cup qualifiers. That's a very big test. A very big test. So
we need to be in the World Cup.
We really have to. And most of our players haven't even featured in the World Cup. So we're expecting to see them at their best.
They need the World Cup for their CV.
For their
boost. Yes.
All
of competition to boost it. So we need our best players to be at the top level.
Well, moving away, let's talk about transfers a bit. Rangers are open to sign or to offer Denzel to make a very big offer for Denzel. Rangers are prepared to listen to a substantial offer for Nigerian striker Cyril Denza during the January transfer window, despite the forward's recent hat-trick historic in their Scottish Cup victory. The 30-year-old, who has netted 16 goals and provided 5 assists in 33 appearances this season, remarkable, enhanced his credentials with a magnificent treble in Rangers' 5-0 Cup triumph over Highland League side Fenerbahce. At Inbrug's interest in the strikers is growing at a crucial stage of transfer window. The French League One side giant enters among the clubs monitoring his situation. The former Carlston forward, who joined Rangers in July 2023 for €4.5 million, has scored 38 goals and registered 14 assists in 87 appearances from the Goslow giant. Though his future at Ibrox remains uncertain. Are you expecting to see Cyril come play for the Super Eagles?
Cyril, well, I feel he needs to do more. He's doing more. Kudos to him.
We are looking at his record now. The numbers is
it's good. He has been exceptional. Well, with our
current front line now,
we start to so you need to do more. That's why I say you need to do more to get here. So if you can continue at this level, I believe with Super Eagles, everybody is open to Super Eagles if you are playing well in your club, because that's what they look at. It's not just by name that you're a professional player that you have to represent your country. You have to be putting in the work, the goals and assists. And as a striker, his numbers are not bad. Okay for Rangers.
The level where he's playing at.
Yes, but the level of the Scottish League is different.
Yeah.
And the interest coming from France, I believe is a challenge for him. If he can go to France, it's a big step up for him also.
Yeah.
And don't forget he's 30-year-old. So there's not much you need to expect from a 30-year-old at this stage.
Yeah.
If you're not injured or you're fit. So I believe there's room for him. You should call him.
Well, let's look at that. So, like you rightly mentioned, it's a big challenge going to Ligue 1 now, the French league. Scottish difference, that's the record. So, age again also plays a major factor. But I don't know if Cristiano Ronaldo is an alien. Seems like age is not playing any factor. It's actually different because in a way that he spends more money on his body aside from what the team does.
Ronaldo has scored more goals at getting to the age of 30. More goals from 30 to now.
Now.
I mean, years, just like 9 years compared to some attackers playing all their career. So just leave that man here.
Still talking transfers, but we'll be going on a quick break, and when we return back, we'll be having a conversation around Arsenal wanting Victor Osimhen. Well, let's go on that quick break. When we return back, we'll have this conversation. Stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining, you missed the first 20 minutes of the quarter. Then we are going into the final round of today's edition of the program. So looking at it now that we're still talking transfers though. Victor Osimhen tops Arsenal's January watch list. Arsenal has joined Premier League rivals and Paris Saint-Germain in the race to sign Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, with the Gunners exploring a January move for the Galatasaray loanee. Arsenal are exploring a move for Nigerian international as they look to bolster their attacking options before the close of the transfer window. The 26-year-old striker, who joined Galatasaray on loan from Napoli in September 2024 after a proposed move to Chelsea and Saudi Arabia collapsed, scoring 14 goals and providing 6 assists in 18 appearances across all competition this season, while Victor Osimhen's release clause drops to 75 million euros next summer, and any move from this January would cost around 90 million pounds, which with Galatasaray entitled to a portion of the transfer fee. However, the Turkish giants have repeatedly insisted that the striker will remain at the club until the end of the season, with their coach and directors maintaining this stance despite growing interest from Europe's elite club. Who no like better team? Tell me who wouldn't want Victor Osimhen on his team. Tell me. So now they are enjoying him, and it seems as if Victor Osimhen is happy at Galatasaray.
Yes.
Okay, let's leave Galatasaray now because they have made their stance since last year. They said the man is going nowhere. So they're ready to offer him the money. So, and it looks as if, Victor is this kind of guy that, gets the crowd involved in the game.
He felt welcome.
So he felt welcome, and they were happy when he came in. So now let's talk Arsenal. Do you think Arsenal can land Victor Osimhen?
Arsenal.
They like buying Pepe.
When you say Arsenal are on the watch
list.
They will always be watching.
Jesus.
They will always be watching. So I believe if Arsenal want to sign Osimhen, since
they would have,
they don't know the urgency for a striker, and I like the way it is now. They are seeing it because you need a striker, a top-notch striker.
Yeah.
In a club like Arsenal, you want to challenge the league. You need strikers, not just one. You need strikers that will be banging in goals week in, week out. You understand? So I feel it's a good thing for them.
Okay.
I don't want them to even sign us
because it's going to be a problem for you as a Liverpool fan that you are. So wait, let's talk about it. But you think now that Victor Osimhen can fit in properly with his style of play? You know how aggressive Victor is, and then if you put the ball up in the air for him, he don't care if there are 4 defenders, he will fight for the ball.
Victor Osimhen will fit in into Arsenal system. Victor Osimhen will fit in into any good system. In any football club that have a good
just
system.
like how he adopted in Galatasaray, like he didn't struggle.
You no struggle. You have wingers that will give you the ball. You have midfielders who are not selfish. They are ready to give you the ball. You will not struggle, and your idea is banging in the goals. So I believe Arsenal good style of play. Kudos to them. Everything around them, how they play their football, the philosophy of the coach and the club, everything is nice. But they need a striker, and I believe Victor Osimhen will fit in because you have a Saka, you have an Odegaard, you have people. Declan Rice, giving him the ball and everything. So I believe Osimhen will fit in nicely.
So you think the lack of a killer striker is the problem Arsenal are having?
That's been their problem for a very long time.
So, Arsenal.
Yes, because you cannot win the league with Kai Havertz. Sorry.
You have to do that.
Yes, because me, as a defender, I'll mark him out. You understand? Not just how he plays, a very good player, but
he's not aggressive.
Yes, the demand for EPL in EPL for strikers are different because EPL defenders are aggressive, bullish, and very tactical. So you need to be strong as them. You need to be tactical, think twice, think faster than them, and you miss those kind of things. And you need to be clinical. That is an essential thing. Clinical.
Okay. Well, let's look at that. Hopefully, since they are on the watch list and their eyes are open, hopefully someone else will get to snatch Victor Osimhen from them. But I think another concern for me is like Arsenal. I know the only time they'll spend so much money on a player is the last time they landed Declan Rice. So there's a problem. There's a thing with Arsenal and bringing out the money.
If you know the worth of a player, good for you. Osimhen is not expensive. Very cheap.
Now it's not expensive.
Our Nigerian test Africa, but it's very cheap. You understand? Because if he's a white striker, they will have
be placing on 100 plus.
Whoa, you understand?
True.
One of the best striker in Europe for the past 3 seasons or 4 seasons. I don't know.
He actually landed Napoli the trophy
single-handedly. Single-handedly. See the chance now. They know. The fans know. The club knows. It's just sometimes it does not work for you. So I believe it's a time for him to move. Because I've been in the club for a very long time. There's just few players they started their career in the club
and then finish.
It's football and it's business. So
true. Well, let's move away. Yes, my beloved Chelsea, but there is a problem going on now. Chelsea goalkeeper Robert Sanchez only good for bottom corner. This guy Jimmy Carragher said this, that whenever you need Sanchez to be at his best, he always does something to just spoil it. We'll get into that full details. Chelsea goalkeeper Robert Sanchez was criticized for his poor error against Wolves, with Jimmy Carragher declaring him only good enough for a bottom half corner club. Bottom half corner club rather. Sanchez dropped Martinez's corner, delivering in the first half stoppage time, while Martinez Dante to stab home the equalizer from the close range. The Blues had taken the lead through Tosin Aderoboye, and the defender applying the finishing touch after a deflection and looked in a cruise control at Stamford Bridge. Now, looking at Sanchez, I know you are a defender. We've seen a whole lot of errors that Sanchez does get to do in most of the games that relates to Chelsea, getting a draw or losing a match. I don't know if you watched the game yesterday.
Yes, I watched the game.
Yeah, so if you did watch the game yesterday, do you think, someone playing at that level, do you think that error is excusable?
First, leading to before yesterday error, Sanchez is the second leading keeper
in the Premier
League. Goals error leading to goals
in the Premier League.
So well, I think that's the schoolboy error for me, because the corner. You need to decide either you should punch the ball or you should catch the ball. So I feel that's just indecision. It was caught two-sided. Should I do this or should I do that? So I believe that's a schoolboy error. Well, it can still improve. But if you want to challenge, if you want to win trophy, you don't need this. Is this baby errors?
It's actually a baby error.
But thank God Chelsea they fought back.
Yes,
scored the goal, but you can't blame him.
At least victory at last for Chelsea, and one inspired by their own driver Chalobah puts in a performance so authoritative that it left a few folks wondering why they ever allowed their callback graduates to leave in the first place for
good performance for me.
Thank you. Like, he was just literally
he was the best player on the pitch.
Yes, obviously best player on the pitch.
His first game after coming back from the loan spell. It's a very good game for him. I wish him more, because I know he has this potential in him. Yes, and he is from the academic system of Chelsea, so he understands the football philosophy in Chelsea and all. And I feel that's a happy place for him.
He's always home.
Yes, it's home. So it's a happy place for him to relax and show his football. So if Maresca can still fit him in, continue putting in, but I believe Chalobah is better than Badiashile and the assassin.
Finally, someone is saying this. Finally, somebody is saying this. Because I really don't understand why, I was even expecting the other guy to go on loan, not Chalobah, because he was not around. We felt his absence. Chelsea literally felt his absence.
And Chalobah is a very cover player. A very centre back and play from the right back. Anywhere. A diligent defender, but he just needs to improve. More. And with time, his playing time. You can see when he was in Crystal Palace, he did so well. Pierre, Gui, like that. So you need to give him more playing time. So I believe with more playing time,
he would be able to. But what can you say about the Chelsea forward attack now? Cole Palmer is always cold, doing his own bit. Not a Madueke. Also, sometimes my problem with Madueke is whenever he's needed, he's always absent. He's always absent. Like, does he need more? Like, what does he need? Because if he's playing, he has playing time. He has everything. So, what do you think is his problem? Feelings?
It's a matter of consistency. As a player, as a top player, you need to be consistent. If you know that he's at this level I am now in Chelsea, I need to put up a good shift week in, week out. Because if you don't play well, there's somebody else that will fill in that position. And if the person perform well, or like Pedro Neto, if you perform well, automatically next game you're on the bench.
Yes.
So I feel more. You need to do more. Madueke needs to do more, and he has the support from the coach. Same from the players. He needs just to do more.
That means it's a him problem. He needs to work more. Now, looking at it now, Manchester City now, we saw how amazing they were, but Ipswich, let's Ipswich now. Stubborn small teams. So now, do you think they can contend for the title, or do you think they're just fighting for a spot to get into the Champions League next season?
City is in the title.
Are you serious?
For Guardiola, it's my experience and everything. It's never over for Man City, which is over. Because in the last 6 years, like as a Liverpool fan, I've failed their role. Like one point twice. They won the league 1 point. The third one 2 points. Like that. So, and as City, Manchester City, they always used to have their best season comes the second half of the season. If it was last season, they were sharp in last season, beginning of the season. At the second round of the season, they were winning. They won all their games, like 12 straight games. Now they're on a stretch. Now this is 5 games.
That is 5 games.
6, 7, like that. So it's not over. And the squad now, his players are back. Foden is performing well. He's scoring now. Alan is finding his footing. and
Doku,
yeah, scoring, you understand? So I think the confidence is now after a lot of losses. You are losing, man. Is this the cycle? It's not easy.
It's not easy.
So well, they have shown they're a big team. There's not every team that can come back from losing, start winning. Not everything. So they have shown a great mentality they had, that they are champions, and kudos to Guardiola. And he's in the market already.
He's in the market.
40 players already.
He's never playing. So looking at it now, let's say, okay, now Chelsea climbs to number 4 position, Man City down. Okay, Chelsea chasing Arsenal, Man City chasing Chelsea, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest chasing all of them.
Nottingham Forest now is chasing everybody.
Yes.
Now, do you think that Nottingham Forest might, if there's a chance, we saw when Leicester did their own, they just pulled up an upset.
Yes.
Do you think Nottingham Forest can pull off that upset?
Yes, I believe so. Because if you look at, kudos to their coach, Espirito, he has been doing well. Nuno has been doing well, bringing these players together. Last season, don't forget, Nottingham Forest, they're one of the highest spending teams. They both good players.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So they just need this coach
that can manage them.
Well, and he's doing that. Look at Elanga or Diop. Those players now, they fringe out from their clubs, Man U and Chelsea. Yes, sir. But in Nottingham Forest, they're doing well. Chris Wood saved from Newcastle. Now he's scoring the goals. All those players, they know what it takes. Yeah, when you start winning, like
you don't want to drop.
Yeah, they're enjoying the winning, and their keeper too, Marcels, have been doing wonderfully well. So that's just what you just need. You just need to be winning step by step. 3 points. It's not 3 points. You get the 1 point.
Get the one, and then
you move. It's not, EPL is not easy.
It's not easy. That's why
you need to do more.
Yeah, that's why most players from the French league, La Liga, when they come into the EPL, they find it hard, and then they find a way to just leave. The intensity
is so much. It's too high. I believe Nottingham Forest can, if they continue like this. Don't forget, the best part of the Premier League just want to start. Yes, the second half.
This is the second half.
Because you have a lot of games. Champions League, FA Cup, Carling Cup, and most of these top teams now, they are in this competition.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest, they are now in Champions League.
Yes.
So they have more time to relax, play all those teams,
and study other teams.
They will go to Europe this week now. There's Champions League. Travel weekend, you're back to play. They have time to rest. So I believe they can pull up with chat if they continue.
That's if they continue. But what can you say about, I think we've heard rumors about Guardiola eyeing Aina, our own very own Aina, to come and replace Walker.
That's the exception. Yeah, he deserves it.
He deserves it. That if he will stop sagging his shorts.
No, that's football. I believe he's comfortable. He said I saw an interview. He said he's comfortable like that. Yeah. And I feel he's playing. He's comfortable. He's sagging his shot. All you need is keep it clean, assist, and it's doing that. Nobody cares about
if you sag your shot.
It's a good move for him personally. For Aina, I'll be happy and proud as a Nigerian. That's improvements.
And then if they get to
he's the best right back in EPL currently. This season. He's the best clean sheet, assist, and anytime he scores, if he plays right back, he's there. Left back is there. Because of his ability to use both feet. So yes, that's a good one for him. And I wish him the best.
Guardiola is not so much of a fan of black players, but if he picks out one, that means there's something that player is doing right, and then it's obvious that we're seeing that Victor Aina, our very own guy, is doing something good.
They need a right back.
Not just someone that can fill in the shoe.
Position.
Alright, so we're going to move over to Old Trafford, where Marcus Rashford still wants to play for Manchester United, and he still has issues with his coach Ruben Amorim. Marcus Rashford still wants to play for Manchester United and is available for selection. Source has revealed that Rashford's future at his boyhood club is up in the air as talks over a loan move continue with a number of teams led by Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona and Juventus are up looking to get him on loan. But the 27-year-old England forward hasn't played for United in 9 games since the head coach Ruben Amorim asked him asked him for the Manchester derby the last month over the player's performance in training. However, it's understood that Rashford has been putting in extra training to keep his fit in during his absence, and is available to play against Rangers in the battle of the Brighton tie at Old Trafford on Thursday night. Yes, that will be coming up on Thursday night, and then we are hoping to see how he would be able to manage that. So talking about Rashford now and Ruben, we've seen when coaches and players are not on the same page, we've seen how negatively he impacted the job of the coach. That's if the coach permits it. And then sometimes the players get to suffer. But Marcus Rashford has been in Manchester United for a very, very, very long time. Academic player and all. So how do you think he's, finding this, this current back and forth with Ruben?
Well, I believe it's time up for Rashford. He needs to know that. If he knows that, I need him to know that. He should have that conviction that
yes,
my time is up in Manchester United. The fans are not
giving
the backing
anymore.
Same as the coach, and I believe some players
are tired.
Yes, because if it's not working out for you, you need to leave and try out somewhere
else.
Look at Sancho. Look at many England.
Yeah, just like Sancho when he was there with Eric Ten Hag, it wasn't working well. He moved Dortmund and almost won the Champions League.
Borussia Dortmund was playing especially well, and the Borussia Dortmund are in for Rashford. I believe that's a new serene place for him to go to find footing in the German league. I can't say the German league intensity is higher than it's not as so. If he can overcome his injury, he just needs to start scoring. I believe if he starts scoring, he will get his confidence back. Scoring goals is what gives attackers confidence, and that's what he has lost. Nothing more. No more. Rashford is not the player that can dribble 3-4 people. You understand? He just have this shot power and this accuracy. He knows how to find the back of the net, and that's why they love him in Manchester. And since Amorim, before Amorim got his job, I believe he have watched and said that I need to fringe out some players if I want to succeed. Maybe these are the same players you were giving those other coaches issues. Ten Hag issue, Solskjaer, like back Moyes, all those coaches. You understand? And this same crop of players are still there. Not only Rashford, those players are still there. So if you need to fringe out player. When Klopp came in Liverpool, what do you think? Now when if you used to finish ninth, that time you're not challenging for anything. The first year you need to start fringing out. Liverpool were playing me now at left back. Okay, I need a left back. He came in, fringe out, button and a left back. Alberto Meroni was playing. It cost us the Europa League. He brought in Robertson. So you need to fringe. See, the club is bigger than any player. That's how it is. You understand? So if you know this is not working for you, and don't forget Amorim is on a contract. So it's the same as Rashford. So if it's not working for him, there's tendency of him getting sacked. So you need to do what is going to work for him, and I believe it's working for him. But you need to Rashford need to. But
do you think Rashford can fit into Arsenal? Looking at from the wings now, let's say Saka is not like around on 100%.
Rashford cannot play on the wings in the EPL right now. Sorry to say.
Because he doesn't have that power to drive. He can't do those double things.
Those take-on ability are not there. And in EPL now, you need to have those attributes, those take-on attributes to beat one-on-one defender. Because the defenders are so rugged, the way they mark, they come at you like, you understand? So now, I think that's one of the reasons. And so with his injury record and past, coming back from injury, you need mentality is about injury too. Mentally, I believe he's down. He's playing this cautious football. I don't want to go back, get an injury. I don't want to go back for a long. But if you are playing with that, your best football will not come out because you need to let yourself out to perform your uttermost best. But I believe he's not doing that right now at this level because of his past record and all. So he needs to move where he's going to feel relaxed and play football. And somewhere, by the next 2 seasons,
he might be on fire.
Yes,
because he still have a little more time. Let's say he has more like 6 years. He's 27. Maybe he could play to like 33 or so. So
yeah, probably
if it's fit, yes.
With the England players, with the history of England players, how they used to retire, and all of them. Their career long span is, especially the attackers, is not so much. You understand? Their defenders even play longer than the attackers in England. So if you can still play to that time, you just need to go get a club. Pick. See Anthony Martial is playing well at AAK Athens.
Yes,
he's banging in goals. Martial, people lost hope in Martial
when he was in Manchester United,
and he was just there
on the bench.
But he knew that, okay, I need to move now, and he moved.
That means Rashford needs to come to that reality that
yes, that I need to move. I know he has a lot of responsibility in Manchester, MB, school, feeding, a lot. He can still do that from anywhere.
Yeah,
you need to go and play this football now. You need to do what he loves doing. You understand? That is scoring for an attacker. That is scoring. He has lost that.
Let's move away from football. Let's talk a little basketball as we are getting set to wrap up. Nigerian Greek Giannis Antetokounmpo led the Milwaukee Bucks to their fourth consecutive victory with a commanding 123-109 win over the short-handed Philadelphia 76ers at the Forum on early hours. The Nigerian Greek Freak, as he likes to be called, dominated proceeding with 34 points and 15 rebounds and 6 assists, shooting an efficient 13 of 17 from the field and scoring 16 crucial points in the fourth quarter to help Bucks secure their 7th victory in 8 games. This process, Antetokounmpo reached a significant career milestone, becoming the 38th player in the NBA history to surpass 22,000 points, further cementing his legacy as one of the league's most dominant players. Damian Lillard overcame earlier struggles with his shots just 3 for 12 through 3 free throws while being guarded by 76ers defense to finish with 25 points, including several key baskets in the final period. Dame time always will come true anytime, any day. Talking about Giannis now, I know you're just smiling, though he's our own Nigerian that the Greeks stole from us. We're hoping that he and his brothers, the Antetokounmpo brothers, would have been in the Tigers playing and representing the Tigers. That's talking about the Nigerian basketball team. But now he nationalized, him and his brother nationalized with the Greeks. How exciting do you think he is? Getting to this mark, 38 out of hundreds of players to average 22,000 points at age 26.
It's a great height for him. It's a great achievement. I mean, I'm a very good fan of Giannis. I watch Giannis. Since when Giannis came into NBA, he has not let us down. Improvement.
And they're even the current winners of the Emirates Cup. That's a new cup. Aside the NBA Cup, they have an Emirates Cup, and then he led his team to win the first ever Emirates Cup title in the NBA. And when doing an interview, he actually mentioned that he wanted the rookies, that's the new guys in the team, most of them have dreams to buy their families homes and all of that, and he said winning that trophy would give them, each player, $500,000. So he said he just wanted to do that for the younger ones on the team so that they would be able to buy themselves that house that they wanted. So this is just amazing, and then it shows the true Nigerian in him, that Nigerians always look out for each other, not just each other, but they look out for others. So super happy for Giannis. But on the other side, my beloved Golden State Warriors are actually not doing so well at this point, and then they suffered a home loss. Golden State Warriors post-worst home loss in Steve Kerr's era. As Stephen Curry exited the game for good near the end of the third quarter, with the Boston Celtics up by 32 points on their way to a 40-point blowout victory over the Warriors. He probably hadn't felt further away from Golden State since 2022 NBA championship than he did early hours of today. After suffering the worst home defeat of Steph Curry era with a 125 to 85 loss at Chase Center, Curry noted how the Celtics are everything the Warriors are not at the moment. Curry talked about how Boston has the same core from 2022 NBA final team with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but have even more confidence after winning the finals last season. The Warriors hold out hope that they can turn their season around and get into the playoffs and surprise everyone like they did in the year 2022 when they beat Boston 4-2 in the NBA finals. But they are now 21 and humbled by injuries to crucial players. Draymond Green is out injured, and then Jonathan Kuminga as well also injured his right ankle on the 4th of January, and he was going to be out for at least 3 weeks through and likely will need a longer return. Braden Portis has been out with an abdominal injury, and Kyle Anderson did not play due to a glute injury. So injuries is currently ravaging the Golden State Warriors, and then we've seen how bad they were since the era of Steph Curry over 5 years now. So the Golden State Warriors have never suffered any form of defeat like this by 40 points. This is just so disheartening. But there is one thing about the NBA: it can turn around that at the snap of a finger, because we've witnessed it. We witnessed it with all the teams, and then now we're witnessing it with Golden State Warriors in the year 2022, when they even had to beat Boston Celtics 4-2 in their home. Do you know what it is to beat someone in his home and take the trophy? Just imagine you partying and then popping drinks and enjoying yourself after winning a trophy away from your own home. So I knew that the Boston Celtics are going to come back for revenge, and they actually did 40 whole points. This is just something. But Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. From deep. So do you think he has what it takes to carry the Golden State Warriors for another run for championship?
Yes, actually, Golden State have a lot of injuries this season. The same Curry suffered injury, yeah, and still I believe he's not yet fit, because Curry's best. When one is fit, you know what he can do.
We all know what he can do.
So I believe he's not fit, and that alone, I feel, bring down the momentum of the team.
Yeah, Draymond Green is not around.
Yeah, so you need all those.
Jonathan Kuminga is still not around. Yeah.
So you need just your best players to challenge, because most of them now, if you watch, they are using their rookies, the
younger guys, that are not well experienced.
Yes, and you need more experience. Well, I believe they can. If Curry is fit, they can qualify for the playoff. Because I know that's the
goal.
Now.
Yeah,
that's the goal. So if you just need to be winning the games, and it needs to be fit.
Well, there's still a long way. There are lots of games that need to be played, and we hope that they find their fitting and then get to compete on the higher level. And this is how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of Talk Sports. Olarewaju Jesse, thank you so much for coming on to this edition of the program.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and then that's how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of Talk Sports. My name is Samuel Odi. I'll see you again as we talk sports. Bye for now.